Welcome to the very first episode of Nitro on the Go. This week we're going to be looking at the new BMW M5, the new Lexus IS, a supercar that's all wrapped up for the summer, and a whole lot more. Now we got a packed show, so let's get going. Once again, welcome to the very first episode of Nitro on the Go. So here we are at our recently converted studio, and unlike other companies that have bigger budgets, we don't. Nevertheless, we make do with what we have. So let me start this week's show by first introducing to you my co-host. Meet Mannequin McQueen. He stands 6 feet tall, has a chiseled body and face, and is a man of very few words. Yep. Also, we will be sending out swag bags every single week. But how do you score one? I'll tell you guys at the end of the show. Right now, it's time for Nitro Boost. Meet the brand new BMW M5 Competition. Now this beast of a machine packs a 4.4 liter V8 turbocharged power plant that generates 625 brake horsepower. Now why the hell would an executive saloon need that much power? Good question. It doesn't, but it can. And that's precisely why the engineers at BMW decided to do it, because they can. Torque is rated at 750, and this super saloon does the century sprint in a blistering time of 3.3 seconds. Now let me give you an example of how fast that is. Boom! You're at 100 kilometers per hour right now. And if I were to keep talking for another 5 seconds, bam! You're now traveling at 200 kilometers per hour. In 10 seconds. Even if my bladder were to be so filled up with this super yummy beverage right here, I'll still be unable to unzip my damn pants in that time. What do you think, McQueen? Yep. Now all that is fine and dandy if you're in a rush and need to get from point A to point B really, really quickly. But the whole idea of owning a powerful super saloon is not just to arrive quickly, but to also arrive in style. I'm sorry. I think the rear looks great. I think the side profile looks great. I think the interior looks great. Hell, I could smell it. Yes, and it smells great. But that front end on this new F90 just doesn't turn me on. It does, however, look much better than the new BMW 4 Series, which in my personal opinion is a design disaster. But yeah, moving on. Now this is the newly facelifted Lexus IS. And yes, I agree with you. Finally, the designers got it right. I was not a fan of the earlier version of this third generation, simply because I didn't understand the need for those ticks under the headlights. Like seriously, either they were a tribute to Nike or they decided to increase the cost of production by making it more complicated. Doesn't matter no more. Why? Because this right here is a winner. It's equipped with a 2-liter turbocharged engine and loaded with tons of high-tech gizmos and wizardry, as you would expect from a Japanese manufacturer. However, am I allowed to use the F word? No? Yeah? No? For crying out loud, Lexus, stop slapping on an F badge just to make more money with a sporty trim. What the F do we really want? We want that F to be situated neatly behind the letters I and S. That's right. We want the heroic return of the mental Lexus ISF. Now here's an idea. Maybe, just maybe, if the new Lexus IS had sex with the new BMW M5.
Supra!
Exactly. If Toyota and BMW could do it with the new Toyota Supra, then Lexus and BMW could do it. Rib for extra pleasure? All right, next up, we have the new Kia Carnival, or Sedona as it's known in other markets. It's big, it's wide. Kia calls it a grand utility vehicle. Just another fancy term for minivan or MPV. But okay, let me just get this straight. Kia has come a long way from making bicycles. And in these past 10 or so years, have been building cars that are exciting and really well put together. I drove the previous generation of this in Korea, and it's exactly as you would expect. It's a minivan. It's spacious, it's big. In this new model, you could ferry 8 people. But if you're tall and muscular like McQueen here, maybe just 6. So that's that. Real exciting stuff. All right, now this is exciting. Lamborghini has finally completed the development stage of their most powerful, naturally aspirated V12 engine and is bolted on into this, the SCV12. And like all things Italian, it has to stir your loins. So splashed across the bonnet are the words Attenzione, macchina veloce, which according to Google Translate means caution, fast car. That's it. Had they put that in English, it would probably not inspire anyone. But in Italian, whew, it sounds so sexy. And it's got 820 brake horsepower. Enough said. Right, moving on. Aha. Now this is something for you two-wheeler fans. Aston Martin. That's right. The brand synonymous with luxury supercars, racing heritage, and James Bond, unveiled recently their first ever foray into the motorcycle world. Meet the Aston Martin AMB 001. Only 100 such units will be built, all of them designed solely for track use, just like the Lambo we talked about earlier. Now let's talk numbers. The AMB 001 packs a 180 brake horsepower turbocharged V-twin engine. Now, bear with me. Imagine straddling right here 180 horsepower. That's a lot of power. And I'm kind of turned on now. Oh, yeah. Okay, final must-know headline making news. During the COVID crisis, which, by the way, is still ongoing, there was a huge spike in the number of participants in one particular category of sports. That's right, esports. From cycling races to marathons, the virtual industry boomed throughout the months of lockdown. The same thing happened for, you guessed it, motorsports. Now, if you're connected to Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, you would have definitely seen some of your favorite race drivers and riders gear up for online racing. So what's the big news? This is the big news. Introducing the latest edition of Project Cars 3. The game is slated for launch in August this year and will be made available on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, as well as Steam. Let's check it out. Now that looks super exciting. We were engaged by Bandai Namco back in 2017 to help launch Project Cars 2, and we did that in style. We took 2 racing rigs with us from Singapore, headed up to Sepang International Circuit in Malaysia during a GT3 race weekend, and got a whole bunch of real GT3 race drivers to compete in a daily time attack. So, if anyone from Bandai Namco Asia Pacific is watching this, call me. I have to say though, as exciting as this video was, I could not help notice something annoyingly glaring, to me at least. Can we please wind back to the bit where the Japanese car bumped into the German car? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Asians can't drive? While we're at it, let's look at the second bit. Yes, the mighty Anglo-American blowing away the German and the Japanese competition. In political terms, we call this soft power. Basically, planting certain ideas into your mind so subtly and frequently, making you slowly and unknowingly believe in certain things. Now that's just my take on it. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it. I don't know. So that's a wrap for this week's Nitro Boost, a segment where we share with you some of the latest news and updates. Now before we end this episode of Nitro on the Go, I want to take this opportunity to remind you that the COVID pandemic is still ongoing. Props to all frontline soldiers and volunteers in the essential services. For the rest of us, we have to remember to keep our masks on whenever we head out, and to practice good personal hygiene as well as social distancing. During the lockdown period these past few months, Nitro has attempted to play a tiny role in helping small and medium-sized businesses. We introduced an SME initiative from the 24th of April till end June, sharing Facebook and Instagram posts from businesses all around the world. Now, I'm proud to state that we have shared over 300 posts from 30 companies during this time period, and sincerely hope it helped these businesses reach out to a larger audience. At the start of this episode, I mentioned swag bags. So how do you score one of these weekly giveaways? Easy as pie. All you have to do is share this video on Facebook and include in your post hashtag #NitroOnTheGo. We will then select a random winner, sealed, signed, delivered straight to you, anywhere in the world. That's it. Now, if you want to find out more on the cars and the bikes and other stuff I talked about earlier, all you got to do is visit us at www.nitro.com. Now, remember to also follow us on Facebook and Instagram for all your latest news and updates, as well as to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Finally, if you have any comments or ideas, please share them with us. We will look into them and try our very best to improve each episode along the way. Hong here from Nitro.com, signing out. Peace.